How are y'all doing today? Good? Alright, we'll wait a few minutes. See who gets on here. If you could, just type your name and where you're from. If you want to share this with your followers, just swipe up, swipe to the right, and share with your followers on Twitter, Facebook,
Superman.
Periscope. Okay, so my name is Bill. How you doing today? I'm Bill Clark. I used to do the 9 to 5 thing. Now I'm a student at Life Mechanic University. Loving it. Boy, we had a great training this weekend. So I'm really excited about that one. But today I just wanted to talk about using the right tools. Okay, an incident happened basically at my mother-in-law's, and we were eating pizza. Okay, we were going over there for dinner. We were gonna do some things and eat some pizza there, and we were looking for a pizza cutter. And of course, the pizza cutter is supposed to have the big wheel around, so where you can just slide it right through the pizza, right? So we're looking through her drawers, and we find this pie crust cutter. That's her pizza cutter. And a pie crust cutter basically has a little itty bitty wheel on one side, and on the other side another itty bitty wheel that has little curvatures in it so that it could do the fancy pie crust. Well, my wife gets to using this thing, and by the time I get my pizza in my hand, I have a slice of pizza with no cheese on about a third of my pizza. So the whole toppings are taken off of it. So I got to thinking about this, and I'm like, well, it's important to use the proper tools. Now, this may not have anything to do with network marketing or anything like that, but it is important to use the proper tools. Okay, I guess you could apply it anywhere in your life. I had one of those stepdads that used to go around doing household chores and different things like that without the proper tools, and it took him for a while. It took him a long time to get simple things done. For instance, he was the type of guy that if he couldn't find a hammer, he would use a rock to nail his boards down, or he would use another board to nail his boards down. Now, he got the job done, but a lot of times the project didn't last as long as it needed to. I mean, as far as the project he was working on, let's say it's a doghouse, for instance, it didn't last as long as it had to. It didn't last as long as it could have if he would have used the proper tools and built it correctly. Another thing is, he always was losing his tools, so he never had the proper tools for anything. Okay, so a couple things happen when you don't use the proper tools. The first thing is, one is that you are going to make your task a lot longer without the proper tools. It's going to take you longer to finish your task without the proper tools. The second thing is, not only is it going to be longer, okay, but you're also going to, what do you call it? You're going to have a problem when you're looking for a certain tool, okay? We all know what a Phillips head screwdriver looks like. It has that little X or the little star on the top, correct? Okay, so it is possible, okay, it is possible to get a Phillips head screw undone by a flathead screwdriver. It's possible, okay? But a lot of times what happens is you round out the screw itself, and then you have a problem because you can't get it out. Then you've got to get a drill through the thing, get it pulled out, and it takes you a lot longer to do it. So it's going to take you a lot longer to get things done, and it's going to be a problem because you're not going to have the proper, if you don't have the proper tools, then you're basically going to, your project is just, it's not going to last as long. Okay. For instance, like I said, if you're using a board to nail some wood into another board, you're going to have a problem. Okay. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to get things done this way. All right. It's not impossible to get things done. It's just going to take you longer. It's not going to last as long. Your project's not going to last as long. And third, you're not going to have the tool that you need if you break it doing something else. I remember years ago, I was sitting here trying to get a wheel pull or a pulley off of a engine. And I'm not a mechanic. I'll be the first one to admit that. But I do have, I can follow instructions pretty good. And so I'm sitting here trying to get this this pulley, this wheel off of this off of this engine. And I didn't know that they made a specific tool to get it off. So here I am with a chisel, yeah, fun, and a hammer trying to pry or trying to pound this thing off. Now, I eventually got it off. The problem is I also broke the pulley. So I had to end up going back to the automotive store to get another pulley, and it took me a whole lot longer than it needed to get this job done. And then, lo and behold, I also broke my chisel. I bent the whole round, I bent it all the way around. So I didn't have the chisel when I needed it in the first place. So just to end it, there are 3 things that happen when you don't have the proper tools. 1, your project is going to last longer than it needs to if you don't have the proper tools. Okay, it's going to take too long to build. It's going to take too long to do it. You're going to get bored. You're going to get frustrated. You're just going to quit. So it's important to have those proper tools. The second thing that happens is you're not going to. It's going to take too long, not take too long, but it's going to. Your project isn't going to last as long as it should have without the proper tools. And the third thing is what happens if you're not using the proper tools and you break that tool? Then when you need that tool again, you don't have it anymore. So again, my name is Bill. If y'all like this, just go ahead and flip up, invite your followers to see it. I know I did some stuttering and stammering through it, but we got through it, so we're good. If you guys have any questions about LMU, Life Mechanic University, find me on Facebook or find me on Twitter or on YouTube or wherever. I've got all kinds of information about that. Okay, with Robert Hollis. That's all I've got to say for now. So we'll see you later. Thanks for the hearts. And you guys have a good day.